So how many scenes
we could possibly put that up there, like that.
Grand total of.
So it looks like some sort of board.
Yeah, like Oscar.
Yeah, you won't be able to read it, so.
What?
One.
Okay, so you're typing, so you have to stay typing.
Can't get any
Stay typing, and the camera needs to move from here, and I suppose also what James walking past there. No, he's coming from down the hallway, yeah?
He's going to make it that way.
Yeah, okay, so James?
Yep.
Come over here.
Where's my pen?
Okay, hang on, I don't know what I'm doing. So
You're typing?
And you do it now.
Within, I'll say rolling, you start typing. I'll say action, count to about 3, and like, James, pick your thing up and walk out. Shut the door after you, and as she shuts the door, you go, yo, Chelsea, and then you shut the door, look around,
Well, yeah.
sing a sweet smile, go, hey, and then sort of come over here, and you go, so I was telling you about how and like you turn around your track now, it's like, yeah. I was telling you about blah, blah, blah. So we'll have the camera probably, where, there?
Yes, so I should like.
That's good.
Everybody would love it.
Yeah. So you're walking from down that end. Yeah, so get over there.
Okay, so
I'm going to be hugging until we get to about.
Oh no, not that far. James, focus guys. Not that far, just here. It's fine, okay? So what I might do is, are we going to get this in one take? Or do you want to cut?
Well, after he goes up there,
Yeah,
and they have a chin wave,
yeah.
then they both walk this way,
Oh, he walks that way.
he walks that way. Just
Do as much as
block
you
it
can.
out and I'll follow it and we'll see if that looks any good.
Okay. So, you need to get around the corner, back to your place. Everybody stop walking, please. Do we need to clapper? Yep. So, clapper.
So it's scene 2A, take 1.
Okay, clapper and in front of the camera this
Right in
time.
front of God.
So can someone yell rolling
There's
first?
We want to stand right here.
Okay, quiet on the set and rolling.
Scene 2A, take 1.
And Jane, Justin, out of the shot, please. Thank you. And action. Stop. Actually, sorry, my cut, my bad. James, you need to, before you move, you need to actually...
Anyone seen my monkey?
Okay. So just as she shuts the door, yo, Chelsea.
So she's going to come out as he's coming down.
Oh, hey, Chelsea, yeah, whatever.
I didn't even know you were coming down next to me right now. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, so you're tapping. So as soon as
You
you...
say rolling, I count to 3.
Yeah. Back up, walk out, shut the door. As soon as you shut the door, he'll say, hey, Chelsea. And you'll try and sort of, not get away, but you'll sort of go next door, you'll sort of pretend to do something and, yeah. Okay, quiet on set and rolling.
Scene 2A, take 2.
And action.
Hey Chelsea! Remember how I was telling you how I got here? Well, I paid my way through medical school by...
That's okay, I couldn't see anything but the back of his head, so.
By fuck. Yep.
What are you waiting for? Is it what mention?
Would it be better to...
I'll try again,
is
yeah.
that the
No, we'll just cut as she's coming through and closing the door.
So we've already got that. So we've already got that scene.
Well, we can either do her coming through this way as a two-part cut, or she just come through and...
Can we get you, James, to move across a bit so that you're blocking the view of the oven?
Right. Oh, no, I can't see the oven when the door's closed. It's fine when the door's
I
closed.
think that's something nice, so I just don't
See the French
What
one?
happens if you put him on the other side? So he will.
It's called crossing the line. You confuse the hell out of us. Yeah. What would you ask? You ask what happens.
No,
I told you what happens because it's called crossing the line and you can't what happens is that on the screen it sort of looks like people jump to the other side of the screen for no reason.
Okay, you're waiting.
That's why they only film rugby matches from one side.
Yeah. It's like a coincidence.
Okay, and we'll start from, just go back up and do the Chelsea. So just from you shutting the door.
So you walk past me on
Just open the door.
Yep.
Yep, and yep.
Alright, so
I don't know where to look when I came out as well.
No, you're looking at the door. Okay, rolling.
Scene 2A, take 3.
we
Okay,
need
go
to
back
do
again.
That's the part we needed to film.
We keep rolling in action.
Hey Chelsea, you know I was telling you how I got here. Well, I was working for volunteer doctors abroad in Cambodia, and then I was
We'll cut
working for a
that.
top
Start
secret
again.
agency.
Okay, try those lines again.
And then
That was almost stuff.
That's all right, it's just getting late and it's hard at the end of the night. Okay, and rolling.
Scene 2A, take 4.
Go back. I can call action. Just keep rolling. Action.
Hey Chelsea, you know how I was telling you about how I got here? Well, I was volunteering in Cambodia.
Okay. Cut. I'm going to skip.
Working for volunteer doctors abroad in Vietnam.
Yeah. Push some of it up.
What about hand by
Yeah, just mixing it up completely.
On the side. Yeah.
If I want to say language.
Make something up.
Yeah.
Might be something good.
Okay, so, hey Chelsea. Remember I was telling you how I got here? Well, I paid my way through medical school by working for volunteer doctors abroad in Asia. Okay? Yeah. And then there was that grant from the Chinese government and a top secret initiative to save the giant pandas. Okay, so you've got to add some life to this. You're really trying to convince her. Okay, rolling.
Scene 2A, take 5.
And go back. And action.
Hey Chelsea.
It's a emergency.
You sounded like Roadrunner.
leave that out.
Right.
Sorry! Chelsea!
We have to put it back up to the stand.
Sort it out! Okay.
It's gonna be good.
Right.
Can you put some
No, it's alright. No, just leave it.
Just
We're
do
not gonna Okay, rolling. Quiet.
Scene 2A, take 6.
And action.
Hey Chelsea. Remember how I was telling you about how I got here? Well, I was volunteering for volunteer doctors abroad in Vietnam. And then I was working for the Chinese government for a top secret initiative to save the giant pandas.
I heard you were just working at the SPCA.
And then I was studying on a fine arts degree, and I was helping out children that suffered from cubism. I took direction from Picasso himself.
Hey, were you working at teaching finger painting at Brooklyn Kindergarten? Shouldn't you be going?
Duty calls.
Doctor, you've got to come quickly.
Oh, I've virtually ran here.
You're so full of it. The anaesthetist has been waiting for 5 minutes.
That'll take a few seconds to scrub up. So, here's my lucky patient.
28-year-old male, previous cardiac history, just wanted about an hour.
Okay, cut. Now, can we not have the camera follow them around the corner? I just
Can
want
we
to see
have
them.
somebody else saying thank you, Dr.
I
Puddle?
just need to see them look around the corner.
Dr. Puddle,
And you guys have to remember to stop. So James, you have to stop when she comes running around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just sort of stop because, you know, hey, we've got heaps of time because we're exaggerating. And yeah,
The
Yeah.
board wasn't in that shot.
yeah, I know. No, we're taking the board out of the shot because it keeps falling over. Now the lines. I know you need to. I know you're trying to remember your lines, but we need a wee bit more natural coming out. Okay.
Please do not
A
read.
bit more natural, right? So you really think this girl is hot. You think she likes you. You are like the hottest registrar on the 5th level of the hospital.
So which one was this?
Yeah. Right. So and she asked you before. Well, she didn't really ask you. You think she asked you before where it came from, where you came from. But she didn't really. But anyway, it's like, hey, you know, because you'd told her before you were starting the conversation. She got out of it, and you're just like getting it. Okay, so now, so you paid your way through medical school by working for volunteer doctors abroad in Asia. Right? It's important to say you paid your way. And then like you sort of feel that she hasn't believed you, so. You go, oh, and then there was that grant from the Chinese government in a top secret initiative to save the giant pandas, right? And as he's saying, pandas, just you need to snap in there a little bit faster.
Okay.
Okay, but it was good, and the way you project your voice is really good as well. So, and it was quite cutting. You know, I heard you just cleaned the cages at the SPCA, and then stop because there is a page for Dr. Puddle. Now, do you want me to say the page?
Yes, please. Or
Well, hold on, guys, tech guys, because you have to cut the. What do you do with that sound, background sound?
Start loud.
Yeah, it's easier to leave the ambient nothing there and add the page over the top, because otherwise you end up with a dip in the ambient noise when you do something else and then bring it back. It'll be different ambient noise.
So after you've cleaned the cages at the SPCA, you both stop.
Look up.
Look
it would
up.
Be better if
Stop
you
and look up.
But look up to that. I mean, it's sort of.
Oh no, you can't. No, the
Can you
problem is.
can you do it like that?
Well, the problem is they'll be looking at me. Oh,
No,
yeah,
just
okay.
Do it up behind me.
Jared, the thing is, timing doesn't matter because when it's paging, you don't cut to that.
We can
So even if they're
Yeah,
late
the
by
first
10
time, but the
seconds.
second time, no. But yeah, the first time, that's true. So just stop and just look up. For it doesn't matter how long, and then go back to your next part, which is
You're not in
I was working on a fine arts degree that gave up to treat children suffering from cubism. From cubism, it's like they're suffering from cubism. I took direction from Picasso himself. And then weren't you teaching finger painting at the local Brooklyn kindergarten? Okay, and then again you need to look up. Okay, and that's when you say you have to time this one right. And then it's like paging Dr. Puddle, please report 3 to 5, stat.
Actually, the timing on the first one should be a little bit quicker, but the timing on the second one is when we get cut to that because we don't know who's Alex Puddle yet. So we could just hear it the first time and it's like, okay, they're paging someone.
Yeah,
And then the
okay.
second time she's like, isn't that you?
Okay, so try and count 5 seconds every time you look up, okay?